Pranamaniyamsam
Nirashya Jagat Prabhum
Nirashir Ayat Prabhum. Mataji?
We don't have the verse. The script. Yes.
Okay. Tamdeva Pritivinyasya Vasudevam Bhupashayam Narayanamaniamsam Nirashir Ayajat Prabhum. Tam eva, him only. Hridi, within the heart. Vinyasya, placing. Vasudevam, Lord Vasudeva. Guha, Ashayam, who exists in everyone's heart. Narayanam, who is Narayana, or an expansion of Narayana. Aniyamsam, invisible to material eyes, although existing everywhere. Nirashihi, yayati, without any material desires. Ayajat, worship. Prabhum, the Supreme Lord. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Without material desires, Maharaj Yayati worshipped the Supreme Lord, who is situated in everyone's heart as Narayana and is invisible to material eyes, although existing everywhere. Purport. King Yayati, although externally seeming very fond of material enjoyment, was internally thinking of becoming an eternal servant of the Lord. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitamina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manabhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamanyam Dadati Swagaramikam Mandeham Shri Guru Shri Padamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagada Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahavana Lalita Shri Vishakamitam Shat He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinamando Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Devi Pranamami Harive Vanchakarvatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vahivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we continue with the story of King Yayati. And here it is very interesting verse because it sets everything in new light. Before we get the idea of Yayati, how he was very much materially attached. And here it is explained that Maharaj Shayati worshipped the Supreme Lord, who is situated in everyone's heart without any material desires. And here is a very interesting word used, Nirashehi, which is used also in different places in Bhagavad Gita and also in Srimad Bhagavatam. Actually, it means without material desires. And yes, it is very much stressed by Lord Krishna how we should be without material desires. Otherwise, it's not possible to be happy. And we all want to be happy. It's our nature. We cannot go around it or deny it or neglect it even. We have to find some pleasure. Otherwise, we'll get mad. Yes, people get mad if they don't have any pleasure in their life. Yes, and get extremely frustrated, commit suicide also. Yes. So, therefore, we should, and it's interesting, how can one be happy without desires? If you don't desire anything, so you don't even desire happiness, do you? Yes. Yes. So this is very important to understand. In Bhagavad Gita, in second chapter, in the end, Lord Krishna explains, Vihaya kaman yaksarvam mam sharati nispriha nirmamo nirahankara sashanti matikachati. That Vihaya kaman yaksarvam, one should give up all different desires, not just one or two, but all. Vihaya kaman yaksarvam. Sarvan means all. Kaman means desires. Mam sharati nispriha, and he lives, a man lives nispriha, without any hankering for anything. Nirmamo, and he understands nothing is mine. Nirahankara, without false ego, without idea that I'm this body, that this relationship that I have in this world of any substantial reality. Jai Shri Radha Parisisvara ki, Jai Shri ki, Jai Shri Gormita ki, Jai. So nothing actually is of substantial reality in this world. So our family, our possessions, everything is just a temporary manifestation of Lord's illusory energy. Actually, illusory energy. And before this, in second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord explains, Nasti buddhirayaktasya nacha yitasya bhavana nacha bhavayata kshantir ashantasya kutaksukam. If one is not connected with the Lord, and yes, Nasti buddhirayaktasya, he doesn't connect his intelligence to the Lord, and his existence to serving the Lord. There is no question of peace for such a person. And if there is no peace, there is question of happiness. Ashantasya kutaksukam. If one is not peaceful, there is the question of happiness. Not possible. Because if we maintain our material desires, we'll always be disturbed. Always be disturbed. We want something, and immediately when I want something, I'm not happy. It's simple to understand. Because I want something, because I lack something, because I lack happiness, I want something. Therefore, yes, it's not possible. If I maintain material desires, it's not possible to be happy. Yes. therefore Lord Krishna is teaching us how we can give up these desires. And he uses the same word in 3rd chapter. He explains Mayi sarvani karmani sannyasya yatma chetasa nirashya nirmamo bhutva yudhyaso vigateshvaraha. So he explains Mayi sarvani karmani, engage all your activities for my pleasure. So on the other hand, desires are the symptoms of life. Desire means to be alive. Only that matter is completely without desire. So how is it possible to be without desire? So why is Krishna speaking like this? He's speaking that we should connect our desires with Krishna's service. So if we connect our desires to Krishna's service, then we can be perfectly happy. Then we are considered to be without material desires. Yes. Krishna Bhakta Akama Ataiva Shanta Bhukti Mukti Siddhikami Sakala Shanta. So Krishna's devotee is without material desires. Without desire. Therefore he is peaceful. But those who desire bhukti or material enjoyment, mukti or liberation, or siddhi, or some perfections, yogic perfection, no one can be peaceful. Yes, because he has some material desire. This is some desire to change his position. Yes, so if we have desire to change our position, that means that we suffer. It's very simple. If we have a desire to change our position. Yes. But since only liberated persons are completely satisfied with their position, therefore there are different ashrams available that we can enter to satisfy our mind and engage it in proper service of Krishna. Yes. But best is to not wish any change in our life. Yes. To use our position as for service of Krishna. Yes. Whatever position I'm in, I should understand this was I put by Krishna in certain position, so I can serve him as he wish. Yes, this is important to understand. That Lord Krishna, Chaitanya accepted from Rudra Sampradaya is complete dependence on Lord's mercy. So whatever Krishna is sending me in my life, I accept it happily. I don't complain. I don't hanker for material change. Yes. Grihetako Vanitako, Harinamam Bodhitako. It is explained by our acharyas. Either you are in a grihasta or a sannyasi, just always chant the holy name and everything will be perfect. Sorry? Yes, everything will be perfect. This should be our understanding. Because neophyte devotees many times think, if I will change this position, then I can serve better to Krishna. But this is just illusion. I've heard many times devotees had this idea that I will make money now, big money, to better serve Krishna and their devotees. And I don't know if I have ever seen such a devotee again. Hare Krishna. Yes. This is danger. Try to make money for serving better. Yes. Very dangerous way of thinking. So we are taught how to become perfectly happy within ourselves by Srivas Thakur. Today is the appearance day of Srivas Thakur. So we can connect these two verses. Since Maharaj Yati was also worshipping the Lord without material desires, Srivas Thakur was also worshipping the Lord without material desires. He was incarnation of Narada Muni, and is one of the Panchatattva. Here we have the picture of Panchatattva, and he's on our right. The devotee who stands on our right. So Srivas Thakur was pure devotee. Panchatattva Krishna, Bhakta Rupa Swarupa Bhakta Vatara Bhakta Kya, Namami Bhakta Shaktika. It is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita that he is known as pure devotee, Srivas Thakur, known as pure Bhakta Kya, known as pure devotee. And in his house, Lord Chaitanya had his confidential kirtans. And once they performed a kirtan in great bliss, and Srivas Thakur's son died. So that he died, he had some disease. He did not explain what happened actually, but somehow or other he died. And his women in the house started to cry, and Srivas Thakur came to the place where the son died, and he said to them, just keep quiet. Don't disturb my Lord with your crying. If the Lord will be disturbed by your crying, I will tie a rock around my neck and drown in Ganges. Hare Krishna. You can't understand, but this, our boy, our son, has died in perfect settlement. I would like to die like this. That the Lord is chanting in the house, dancing in ecstasy, and he dies in such environment. So he's blessed. He's supremely blessed. You should rejoice, not lament. Yes. Because he's extremely fortunate. And but if you can't rejoice and you can't avoid lamenting, keep quiet. Don't disturb the Lord by your lamenting. And so he went back to Kirtan, and he danced for hours and hours in ecstasy with the Lord. But this news that the son died of Srivas Thakur got spread amongst the devotees. And the Lord, after several hours, he felt that something is wrong, something is not perfectly well. And so he asked, has something inauspicious happened in this house? And Srivas Thakur immediately said, nothing inauspicious can happen if you're present here. But then the devotees told the Lord that Srivas Thakur's son died. And the Lord asked when. They said, 7 hours before. He said, 7 hours. And no one told me. And she was completely happy. How it's possible for me to leave such a devotee? No one understood the Lord's why the Lord said so. Yes, but Lord planned to take sannyas. But he understood these devotees, like Shiva Thakur, love me so much. So how can I leave them? How can I leave them? Yes, Shiva Thakur exhibited how our only desire should be Lord's pleasure. Even if our family dies, still Lord's pleasure is my life and soul. Yes. This death, and then Lord Chaitanya went to this boy and he asked him, why have you left the family of Shiva Thakur, your father and mother? And the boy returned to his body, dead body, and he asked, which father and mother? I have had so many fathers and mothers. So by your arrangement, I came to the house of Shiva Thakur. And by your arrangement, I'm leaving now from this house and go further on. And he was speaking high philosophy. And then everyone understood. Yes, life is eternal actually. No one dies. We should understand that we will not die. We won't die. And no one will die actually. And no one has ever died. Yes. We die only if we are separated from the Lord. Then we undergo this illusion again and again and again. Traumatic illusion. It's very traumatic. Illusion. But still, it is illusion. All Krishna's energies are eternal. And even material energy is eternal. But material energy is always changing. But spiritual energy is never changing. Yes. Abhikarya yamuchana. That Krishna explains in 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Avyakta yamachintayam abhikarya yamuchana. Yes. It's not changing. Tasmadinam viditinam nanushochitam arthas. And knowing this energy like this, you shouldn't lament. You shouldn't lament. Yes. So we should understand this point very much. So the next pastime that Shiva Thakur exhibited, how he's without material desires, was that Lord Chaitanya asked him, I can see that you don't go out and earn any money. How is it possible? How your family can survive like this? So what is your idea about this? And Shiva Thakur replied. And Lord Chaitanya asked him, what is this reply? What kind of a reply is this? This clapping of hands. And then Shiva Thakur explained, if 3 days I don't get any food in this house, then he said, I'll tie a rock around my neck and drown in the Ganges. And then Lord Chaitanya became ecstatic. And he said, what do you say? You have such firm faith in Krishna that he'll provide? Yes. Ananyas chintayantu mama niyajana paripasati. Isham nitya viyuktanam yogakshema vahamyaham. This is explained by Krishna in 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, that he will provide everything for his devotee who is worshipping him with one-pointed attention. And he will preserve what he has. Yes. And then he said, Lord Chaitanya, that even there will be such scarcity in the land and famine, that even the goddess of fortune herself would have to beg door to door. In your house there will be no lacking of anything. You have everything you want. So you should develop such faith in the Lord. Yes. Such strong faith. Yes. Also, Lord Jesus said, if you would have only amount of faith for mustard seed, mustard seed is extremely small, you could move mountains. Hare Krishna. So you should have such faith. Yes, strong faith. And also Prabhupada said to his disciples, if you would be firmly convinced, without any doubt, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we would conquer this world with Krishna consciousness in 18 days. It took 18 days for Pandavas to conquer the Kauravas on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Yes. So, yes, we should deepen our faith. Actually, our spiritual life is dependent on faith. More one has faith, more his spirit will be advanced. Therefore, faith is our only hope and only way to be without material desires. But how can one be without material desires if he has weak faith? Yes. Then we are dependent on our own strength. If we don't have faith in Krishna, we are depending on our own strength, aren't we? Yes. And therefore we have to provide for ourselves. We have to struggle for survival. Because I don't have faith that Krishna will provide. So being without faith is crucial for spiritual life. Yes. To have strong faith. But we can't have faith without experience, without spiritual realization. Yes. Therefore, we should get spiritual realization as soon as possible, and as much as possible. We should get some higher taste, higher connection. Without higher connection, it's very difficult to have any faith. Yes. One should be bold enough to go deep in spiritual life, not to stay on the surface and just be afraid what will happen to me. We can check our heart and see how much fear there is. What will happen to me? If this particular thing will happen, what will happen to me? Yes. And if I'm old and invalid, who will take care of me? If I don't have pension, so I better work that I get pension. Yes. This lack of faith, actually. Lack of faith. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't work. We should work with great enthusiasm for Krishna. And if Krishna has put us in a certain settlement, as I said before, in certain, would mean certain work, in certain job, I should work like this. Why should I change my position? Because I was put by Krishna in this particular role, so I should worship Krishna with this particular work. Yes, and everything will be perfect. I should just use whatever I get for service of Krishna. What else? If I use it for my sense enjoyment, I don't understand the spiritual life very much. Yes. Then my life is very shallow. My spiritual life is shallow. Yes. Therefore, I should understand what is material desire and what is not. Yes. Srivas Thakur was completely immersed in serving Krishna, because the Lord didn't want that these confidential kirtans would be accessed by general public. The doors to Srivas Thakur's house were locked. Yes, and therefore many envious people were extremely disturbed by this. They wanted to see what's going on, but they couldn't enter the house because the door was locked. And then one day, Gopal Chapal, Brahmana, he set some paraphernalia for worshipping Durga on the steps of the house of Srivas Thakur, some wine and meat, these impure substances. And in the morning, when Srivas Thakur opened the house, he saw this paraphernalia at his doorstep, and he didn't try to hide it from anyone else. But on the contrary, he went to all his neighbors and he said, "Just see, and now you can see what I really do." I try to present myself as a Vaishnava, but in reality I worship Durga. You can see all these paraphernalia here. But no one believed him. So they called for some bangi to clean the place and smear it with cow dung to decontaminate it. But this Gopal Chapal, he attracted severe leprosy. And he suffered extremely because of this. So this is another example how Srivas Thakur was completely without material desires. If one is full of material desires, he would like to present himself as in the best way he can possibly present himself to other people. Yes. See how great I am. See how pious I am if I live in a pious society. See how cruel I am if I live amongst rogues. Yes. Then I want to present according to society's norm. Yeah. If I live in devotee association, I want to present myself as very humble. I want to present myself as Paka devotee. Yes. But no one would expect that I have any other desire in my heart. Yes. And some of you are Bengali. There is, Prabhupada says that there is a Bengali proverb, too much bhakti is a sign of a thief. Hare Krishna. So, if we try to present ourselves more than we really are, that actually is a cheating mentality. Therefore, we should regret, of course, our inability to be pure devotee. It doesn't mean that I'm not pure devotee, everyone should know this, and I just grossly engage in sense gratification. To be honest, no, this is not the point. We should regret our inability to be pure devotee, but not cheat ourselves and others. Ultimately, we cheat only ourselves. Yes. We can't cheat Krishna, ever. Krishna knows our heart much better than we know our heart, ourselves. Yes. So, it's very important to understand, to offer our life to Krishna, to beg to Krishna, please help me dedicate my life to you. I'm unable to on my own, but you are really powerful, most powerful person. You can even change my heart. Yes. You are powerful enough to change my heart. So please help me change my heart. Help me get taste for your holy name. Yes. This taste for chanting of the holy name is crucial. In Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Namaruchi, Vaishnava Seva, and Jivadaya. So without Namaruchi, our Vaishnava Seva will be low quality. Yes. Because we won't have proper realization of bhakti. Yes. If we don't have Namaruchi, how can we serve anyone, really? We can serve on the surface, but our service will not touch the heart of devotees very much. Yes, because our devotion is not very deep. It's very shallow if you don't have Namaruchi. So you should pray for Namaruchi, for taste for the holy name. And you should show Krishna that you are serious. That means that you don't do anything during your chanting. You just chant with focused attention, as much as you possibly can. Yes. Maybe we cannot be fully focused all the time, or even much of the time. But we should try. And we should pray. We should cry for it. And if we have such an attitude, then Krishna definitely will show his mercy. And then only we can serve devotees properly. Then devotees will be inspired by bhakti. Devotees will be inspired to go deeper in their spiritual life, to connect more deeply with the holy name. Yes. Otherwise, our service can be entertaining even for the devotees, that we pass time together, for example. But it will not help us to go much deep in spiritual life. Therefore, this is very important. And if we don't have Namaruchi and we don't serve the devotees properly, where is the question of Jivadaya? How can we be merciful towards living entities? Yes. Still, we can go out and distribute books, for example. It's then very good help to Prabhupada, to his Jivadara. Yes. But really, we should also develop this deep concern for every living entity. We should see that living entities in this world are suffering, and they need our help. They need our help. Therefore, in whatever way possible, we should engage in service without material desires, without desire for recognition, without desire for honor, without the desire that anyone would see. Because we may perform some service very carefully, but we have this desire in our heart that our service would be noticed by other devotees. Yes, then I can be glorified. How dedicated I am. Yes. Therefore, spiritual life is very tricky. Yes, because it goes completely against our conditioned nature. Yes, it's 180 degrees different, opposite direction of material life. So the mind, who is accustomed to material survival, it's meant for material survival because it's material element. It's meant for material survival. It's designed like this. It is accustomed to seek material survival, and therefore this need for recognition is extremely deeply rooted in our heart, because our social existence is dependent on recognition of other people. If we are not recognized, then we'll be very much neglected. Our spiritual, social existence is jeopardized, is in danger. So yes, therefore we should pray, please help me, my Lord, to overcome these material desires in my heart, that I can be nirashir, without material desires. That my only desire should be to worship you, my Lord. Yes, this is my only desire. And Srivas Thakur is a perfect example of this. Yes, he didn't strive for any recognition. Yes, his only concern was the Lord's pleasure. What's the Lord's pleasure? Yes. So let us follow these examples of great souls. We should regularly hear about great souls, and Bhagavatam is full of great souls. So regularly hear Bhagavatam, regularly read Bhagavatam, regularly read Chaitanya Charitamrita, regularly read Bhagavad Gita, every day, all 3 books, at least these 3 books. There are others also, which are very important, but read at least these 3 books every day. Again and again and again. Not that I have read Bhagavad Gita, so why should I read it again? Or I have read Bhagavatam, why should I read it again? No, again and again and again. And when you finish, you start all over again. In Chaitanya Charitamrita also. These are extremely important books for our spiritual existence. Yes. So, yes. And they give us spiritual life. They invigorate us spiritually, that we can have strong conviction. One may think, I have heard this philosophy time and again, but if he's not convinced and has strong determination to serve Krishna, to engage in proper sadhana, that means that he hasn't heard very much. He just theoretically knows something, but theory will not help us spiritually grow. Only experience, Vigyan, can help us. So, therefore, it's crucial to go deep in our spiritual practice. It's crucial for chanting of the holy name to be really dedicated. Yes. To chant only and do nothing else during our chanting whatsoever. Hare Krishna. Is there any question or comment? Yes, please.
Thank you so much for the class. I was wondering, you were sharing when we ourselves have this taste, when we go deeper in our spiritual practice, then we also inspire other devotees who are around us to go deeper in their sadhana.
Yes.
And I was reflecting on somehow we are not at that level, but somehow we are engaged in preaching work. Even ourselves, we don't have that taste for holy name, or we are not like that deep. But those we are preaching, even the endeavor is there to practice what we preach, but it's not completely fully realized, or we don't put everything we are preaching on the practice. Then in that way, what should we do? We should still endeavor to preach, or maybe should we discard ourselves from preaching work and put on other service? Because we know, myself, I don't have that taste, but I'm theoretically saying, yeah, you should chant that way, you should serve that way, but myself, I'm not at that level, and how I can give the taste to others, to those who I am trying to preach.
Yes. We should be always humble. Actually, the pure devotee thinks that everyone is pure devotee except himself. So we should follow the instruction of our Guru, and Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada said that preaching is the essence. So we should engage in preaching and try to inspire others. And by preaching, we'll become inspired ourselves also more. This is important to understand. We get life from preaching. So preaching improves the quality of our spiritual life. More we preach, more the quality of our spiritual life grows. And more the quality of our spiritual life grows, more we can help others also. But if we stay away from preaching, then our spiritual life will not move much. Because, usually at least, because our nature is conditioned, and in Kali Yuga everyone is spiritually lazy by nature. Manda sumanda matayo, manda bhaga upadate. We are spiritually lazy, therefore this preaching activity kicks us out from comfort zone. But immediately when we are in comfort zone, we become laxed. Yes, and we have time. And as my spiritual master said, free time is not opulence, it's a danger. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So it's very good to engage in preaching.
Even if you don't have that level.
Even if you don't have taste or anything, but preach what you were told by Srila Prabhupada.
Sometimes I wonder, maybe it's like duplicities. You are trying to reach others which you fully don't practice, put into practice yourself, or you didn't realize, and you are speaking so high philosophy to others. I felt like maybe that's not good.
You shouldn't have this mentality that I'm teaching you this high understanding of Krishna consciousness. But I'm preaching also to myself. With this idea, this is proper mood. I'm preaching also to myself. Yes. Then I'm safe. Because I should also hear what I'm preaching. And, and actually I should see that this is Krishna speaking through my heart. Yeah. Actually, it's not in my power to say anything of substantially spiritually for any substantial spiritual benefit of others. But Krishna somehow or other, and Srila Prabhupada and my Guru Maharaj, somehow or other uses me for this purpose. So let me open my heart and let them speak through me, also to me. Yes, not just to others, but I should really take seriously what I'm speaking. Yes. You should hear it very attentively. Very Krishna. Anything else? Yes, please.
So, thank you very much for highlighting this importance of asking for Nama Ruchi. I just had a question. Is it okay to ask Krishna for Nama Ruchi even though I'm like not even close to Anahani and it's something that comes after purification of the heart, but can I a little bit
Yes.
ask before?
Yes, definitely. You should ask for this. This is not something, this is not bad desire. Or obstacle to our spiritual life. We should understand that Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Punakshito Nityamukto Binatvam Nama Nama. The name and Krishna are non-different. So if you have Nama Ruchi, if you have taste for Krishna, taste for Krishna's service, because Krishna instructed us to serve him. So taste for the name is taste for service. Otherwise, why would you waste your time for chanting the holy name? Yes. It's important service, actually the most important service. It's the only spiritual vow we take at the time of initiation. These four regulative principles are actually just promise that we will not live sinfully, but only spiritual vow is to chant at least 16 rounds without offense. Yeah. So therefore, it's crucial to get a Namaruchi, to get taste for the holy name. And we should pray for it. Not for us to enjoy, that we'll enjoy the holy name, yes, very much, but that we can engage in service with more proper idea, with more enthusiastic heart. So yes, it's important to get Namaruchi. Pray for it. Pray for it. With service attitude. Yes. Then I can serve you better, my Lord. If I have taste for your holy name, I can serve you better. I can connect with you better, and I can serve you and others much better. Anything else?
So
Yes.
just to add on that point, many times I have heard devotees saying, when you pray for something, I'm like when we pray for something so high, but we are not at that level, and when Krishna gives it, we feel like little lost. Someone was saying, and I was like, okay, our goal is to have that Krishna prema, but should we be like at our level? Should we be only asking, give me Krishna prema? But when and take everything, but like Kunti Devi prayed in the,
Yes.
and someone was saying you shouldn't do that you have to see where your level is and do your prayers according to your level. Otherwise, when Krishna gives you, you will be completely lost. So I would just want you to, should we be aware of our level and pray according to that? Or
Krishna will make sure that you will be aware of your level. Yes. Krishna will, if you don't know, Krishna will show you. Yes, Krishna will show your material attachments. So it's good to pray for prema. It's good to pray for taste. Yes, we should hanker for it. We should cry for it. We should beg for it. More we beg, more we cry for it, more serious we become in our spiritual pursuit, in our spiritual life. And if we really sincerely beg for prema and for taste and so on, then when we'll see our anarthas, we'll be very much disturbed by them. We'll want them to go away as quickly as possible. Yes, because we will perceive them as great obstacles to our desired goal. So it's good to pray for this, for prema, for our highest perfection, actually. We should know the direction in which we are going and hanker for it. Yes. But be realistic, don't cheat yourself. I'm full of material desires. Please help me overcome them. How can I develop love for you if I'm full of material desires? If I want recognition, that the devotees are nice to me, or that I have perfect relationships, or anything like this, that no one will disturb me. This particular devotee that disturbs me every day, that he'll stop disturbing me. For example. You should understand that these material desires are leading me away from Krishna. So we should recognize them and pray to the Lord to help us overcome them. Yes, to be purified as quickly as possible to attain our desired goal. Hare Krishna. So, thank you very much for your attention. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Shiva Thakur ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. Jai. Manchakalpatarubhusha. Kapasitanam Pakamito. Hare Krishna. According to schedule, most that we today have 50th verse, and we had and also 51st verse. But since the verse 50 had a purpose, we stopped here. We didn't
Fifth one is finished.
Yes.
Last one?
Yes.
That's the reason.
Why?
Because otherwise we will this when there is the last verse, no purpose. Then
But the last verse had a purpose. Last verse had a purpose. I checked
This Akshananda who is signed 51. Aren't you one of the signed any shloka?
Yes, I got
Then some
Why does
information because on our page, you were supposed to be that your girlfriend is the house.
Oh, direct. So,
It's also like still we can do it, 51 can be done by Akshananda.
because 51 can come.
According to the
Sorry.
Right.